The small brown puppy lay motionless on the gravel shoulder, his front legs twisted at impossible angles beneath a delivery truck's rear wheel. Blood pooled around his tiny body as the driver, unaware of what had happened, disappeared down the highway. The puppy's chest rose and fell in shallow, desperate gasps. His dark eyes, still bright with life, searched the empty road for help that wouldn't come. For 3 hours, he remained there as the afternoon sun beat down mercilessly. Flies began to gather. His tongue hung dry and swollen from his mouth. Every breath sent waves of agony through his small frame. But somehow his heart kept beating. A primal instinct to survive burned in his chest, even as his strength faded with each passing minute. Sarah Martinez spotted him first as she drove home from her son's pediatric appointment. She slammed on the brakes so hard that 5-year-old Tommy lurched forward in his car seat. "Mommy, what?" Tommy started, but Sarah was already out of the car, her nurse's training kicking in as she approached the broken animal. The puppy's eyes tracked her movement, and his tail gave the faintest twitch. He was still fighting. "We have to help him," she whispered, more to herself than to Tommy, who had climbed out and stood frozen behind her. Sarah carefully lifted the puppy, wrapping him in Tommy's car blanket. The little dog whimpered but didn't struggle. Something in his surrender told her he understood she meant no harm. The emergency veterinary clinic's fluorescent lights cast harsh shadows as Dr. Kim delivered the devastating news. "The damage is too extensive. Both front legs will need to be amputated at the shoulder. Even then, there's no guarantee he'll survive the surgery. And if he does..." She paused, studying Sarah's face. A dog without front legs faces a very difficult life. Sarah looked down at the puppy, now cleaned and bandaged, lying quietly on the examination table. His eyes met hers with the same determined spark she'd seen on the roadside. "Do the surgery," she said. Tommy named him Wheels during the long recovery that followed. The puppy spent 2 weeks sleeping 18 hours a day, his body healing from trauma that should have killed him. Sarah carried him outside for bathroom breaks, fed him by hand and watched as he slowly began to show interest in the world again. The first time he tried to stand, he toppled forward onto his chest and lay there, panting. But he tried again the next day. The breakthrough came during his 3rd week home. Tommy was rolling a tennis ball across the living room floor when Wheels suddenly pushed himself up with his back legs, balancing precariously on his haunches. He took one wobbly step forward, then another, his rear legs working overtime to support his entire weight. He fell, got up, fell again. But he kept trying. Within days, Wheels had developed his own unique form of locomotion. He would rear up on his hind legs like a tiny kangaroo and hop forward, using his tail for balance. When he needed to go faster, he would drop down and use his chest to propel himself forward while his back legs pushed. Watching him chase Tommy's ball across the yard, no one would guess he'd ever been broken. The real magic happened during their daily play sessions. Tommy would gently roll the tennis ball, and Wheels would hop after it with pure joy, grabbing it in his mouth and bringing it back. The little boy learned to throw lower and softer, while Wheels mastered the art of catching balls mid-bounce. Their laughter filled the house as they invented new games that worked with, rather than against, Wheels' unique abilities. One evening, as Sarah watched them play in the backyard, she realized something had shifted in Tommy too. Her shy, cautious son had become more confident, more patient. He spoke to other children about his special dog with pride rather than embarrassment. Wheels had adapted to his new reality with such grace that he'd taught them all something about resilience. Wheels never showed signs of self-pity or frustration with his limitations. He simply learned new ways to do everything he wanted to do. He could jump onto the couch, navigate stairs, and even dig holes in the garden using his powerful back legs and chest. His tail wagged constantly, and his eyes sparkled with the same determined spirit that had kept him alive on that roadside. 6 months after the accident, Wheels had become the neighborhood celebrity, not as an object of pity, but as a testament to adaptation and joy. Children would stop by just to watch him play, amazed by his ability to run and jump and live fully. But for Wheels, there was no audience that mattered more than Tommy, rolling that tennis ball across the grass, waiting for him to hop over and grab it, ready for another round of their endless game. In the end, the puppy who had lost everything found exactly what he needed, A family who saw not what he couldn't do, but what he could. And in their quiet backyard, under the afternoon sun, that was more than enough. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing animal moments, and see you in the next tale.